Guys, it's Emily, and today I'm going to be doing a reading vlog. It is the second week of Christmas break. It is December 28th, and I just wanted to start a reading vlog because I really want to read this week. My grandparents are currently visiting, I feel like the last reading vlog I did, which was the reading rush, and my aunt and uncle are currently visiting, but I have some books that I want to read. Just because it's January, I will show you my TBR if you didn't watch that. The books I'm planning on reading this month are P.S. I Like You, The Lightning Thief, Take Me There, Take a Bow, and The Silence Between Us. Right now, I feel like I want to read other things, but I also kind of want to read P.S. I Like You, so I think I'm going to try to pick this up. It's like late at night too, so I probably won't get a lot of reading done. It's 9:46, so I probably won't get that much reading done. I'm going to do what I can to read this tonight. I kind of want to watch some YouTube though. Hey guys,
So
it's Emily, and it's Sunday. I haven't really filmed any updates at all today. I haven't filmed since like last night. I was gonna film an update, but I didn't. To update you on what I've done, I finished P.S. I Like You. I kind of just decided I was gonna finish this book today. So I've been trying to read this book for like the past 6 months, and I've only gotten through like 60 pages in the past 6 months. But I finally completed the entire thing. Kind of how it usually Casey West go for me. Like the first 60 pages are kind of a bit rough to get through, and then once I get to like, besides I'm maybe like On the Fence and the Phil and Boyfriend, but The Distance Between Us, it was that way. Oh yeah, By Your Side too. By Your Side, I just like read the whole book in one day. And then P.S. I Like You, I guess, is kind of the same way, with the same thing with The Distance Between Us. Like, I just seem to fly through Casey West pretty quickly, because they're usually pretty, like, addicting, and I just really like Casey West books. I'm still figuring out where I kind of want to put this on the list, because I know it's below By Your Side. I don't know if it's below The Distance Between Us or not. I think it is. And I'm still trying to figure out if it's below On the Fence or above On the Fence. I don't quite know, because maybe I like them both equally, but I don't know. I know that The Phil and Boyfriend is still my least favorite, so yeah. But I really did like this one. I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads, so it was fun, it was just enjoyable. If anyone was going to make me like a hate-to-love relationship, it would be Casey West. I took some notes while I was reading to share my thoughts with you. So I keep comparing it to All the Boys I Loved Before. It reminded me so much of it, maybe because of the whole letters fact and the fact that Cade reminded me a lot of Peter Kavinsky, but I actually liked Cade better than Peter, because I don't really like Peter that much, honestly. Cade, on the other hand, was like such a swoon-worthy guy, and maybe just more my type because I connected with him more. Like, Peter's kind of just like this one-dimensional popular guy, where I feel like Cade has a lot more dimensions and stuff to him and stuff. Like, he's more real in a sense. Like, he's a lot more going on. I feel like we get to know Cade a lot more than Peter. So I liked Cade a lot. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the romance. I wasn't sure if I was even going to like it, but I did really like it. It is hate to love. I'm not the fan of hate to love. I don't really like that. Like, there's some cases where I have enjoyed hate-to-love relationships, like Rowell, for example, one of my favorite hate-to-love relationships, and in Love Struck, I typically like their hate-to-love relationships, sometimes I don't. And then I recently found this out, what this was hate-to-love, kind of weird sense, because I feel like it had, like, that interesting balance where it had, like, little sweet parts, but it also had, like, the hate-to-love thing still developing, and I just, you know, it was cute. It was fluffy, it was adorable and sweet, and I did like it. I really enjoyed it. It was fun to get through. I just wanted these two to be together. I liked that there was a bit of drama towards the end of the book that I wasn't expecting. Like, that was interesting. I have a love-hate relationship with Cade during the first half of the book, but after, like, the second half, I just loved him. First half, I was kind of like, well, he's mean in real life, but, like, I already knew he was the person because I got spoiled for that. And I was like, in his letters, he's so nice, and I like the letters. Like, I like seeing the letters version of him more than the real version. And then you got to know him, and then, like, you can see the connection between them. I did like that. I was a bit apprehensive of him as a love interest because of he dated her best friend, but she seemed okay with it, so sure. I really liked the family in this book. I really liked Lily's family. They were, like, so fun and just, like, crazy, but, like, they just had a really fun family aspect, and she loves them. I also wrote that I looked forward to reading the letters as much as Lily does, because she looked forward to reading them a lot. And then I made connections with Isabel and David because they reminded me a lot of characters I've written in Fictional Fangirl. I wanted more romance scenes of Cade and Lily, honestly. I still wanted more of it. Like, this is a romance book, and I just kind of wanted more. And I didn't feel like I got that. Because I think a lot of the first half, it's like she's just getting the letters and she's not really talking to Cade, which I think I get makes sense. But at the same time, I want more of her and Cade's banter. like, whether or not they hated each other. Like, I just needed more banter and, like, more build up their relationship in the beginning, rather than just, like, the whole letters thing coming into play. Like, I get where it's coming from, but I just wanted more of it. And honestly, I want another chapter of this. Like, that's the last chapter, and I'm like, wait, that's it? That's all? That's it? I was, like, expecting, like, another chapter, and then there wasn't, so I kind of just wanted another chapter, too. I also really want this book to be a movie more than any of the other books she's written, even though By Your Side is my favorite. I think this one would really work well as a movie, especially since I recommend it to people who love To All the Boys I Loved Before, and I clearly see Lily as Laura Marano, maybe because she's a songwriter as well, that kind of hides in the background, doesn't really share her stuff with the world kind of thing. I think that's why, like, kind of like Allie from Austin and Allie, I think that's why I mainly pictured her. And the girl on the cover kind of reminds me of Laura Marano. David was cute. I liked him, even though they had no chemistry, and it was very obvious they had no chemistry, and she didn't like him like that. I think he was cute, and I wish there was, like, a companion novel to this where David finds love, because he's just adorable. There's also this whole scene where Sasha was sitting in Lily's seat, and it was the end of the world, but I didn't understand why she couldn't just take the note from under the desk. And I also just really liked the honest relationship that Lily and Isabel had together. They, like, Lily was honest from the get-go when she found out that the notes were from Cade, and she was just like, hey, I gotta tell you this, you're not gonna be comfortable with this, and she was just kind of, yeah. I just like their relationship they had together. It was good. Those are my thoughts. 4 to 5 stars. It was really good. Really liked it, and yeah. I picked up Take a Bow by Elizabeth Berg today. I'm up on page 46, so it's like 280 pages, so it's pretty short, and that's why I picked it over Take Me There, Take Me With You, Take Me There, that one. And plus I really like Elizabeth Berg's writing, and it's still really good. I've heard really good things when I was looking at Goodreads, and there's also another best friend relationship, and which I'm kind of trash for, but at the same time I also kind of ship her with somebody else too, so they're gonna be cute, and I'm excited for it. The book is about, I don't know if they all form a band together, if that's gonna happen, because one of them's an actor, but it could happen. But it's about these 4 characters, Em, Sophie, Carter, and Ethan, and they go to this, like, creative arts school, and they're all part of, like, some department. Most of them are part of the music department, and then Carter's part of the acting department, and they all kind of have, like, different stories. So, like, Carter is the Hollywood child actor, and now he's going to high school, because what he wants to do, and then Sophie is this girl that just wants the fame and kind of just, you know, kind of takes advantage of people, just kind of a toxic person. Ethan is this, I don't know, he reminds me of, like, he has, like, a darkness, he's this emo kid. And then we got Em, who is this songwriter who helps Sophie out. So I don't know, Em's my favorite character so far, but I kind of ship her with both Ethan and Carter. Even though Carter's dating Sophie, but I ship her with Carter. Not gonna lie, I kind of ship her with Carter. They seem cute together, even though I don't think it's gonna happen. But I also ship her with Ethan because best friend relationship, and I'm trash for that. So I wanted to read a book with a best friend relationship, and that seems to have this, so I'm excited to read that. I'm just excited to read more of this. I'm gonna take a bit of a break from reading though right now, because that's all we've been doing all day, and I'm just kind of I'm thinking I'm gonna play some choices, which is still reading, but taking a break, you know? And then I might jump back into this sometime tonight. We'll see what happens. That's all I really have to update you guys on for now. I'll try to update you guys a bit more frequently, because I haven't been doing that. But yeah, I will see you guys in a bit. It's Emily, I'm back. So it is like 11 at night, and I didn't read any more Take a Bow. However, I did finish another book. I was reading on Wattpad for like an hour. I knew I was gonna finish it because it was a really easy read. But I picked up the Jock's Blackmail by Awkward Tumbleweed on Wattpad. Very quick read because Wattpad books typically are, not all of them, like in 27 days wasn't. This one was a quick read for me. It was cute, it was fluffy. Basically it's about this girl, and she gets this text one night from an unknown number, but she realizes it's just a photo you don't necessarily want in your box of this guy who goes to her school, and he has the wrong number, but it's a little meet cute, and then they start texting, and then they become friends, and then she knows who he is, but he doesn't know who she is. It's a cute little fluffy story. It's easy to read, easy to get through. I probably would give it 3 stars. Or it is on Goodreads, actually. I think I'm gonna give it 3 stars on Goodreads. It's a solid 3 star. It was good. It was fun. It's kind of just like, man, like, in 27 days is still the best book I've ever read on Wattpad, and nothing's gonna change that, it seems. Because that book was just, like, incredible. and the best book I've ever read on Wattpad, and one of my favorite books of all time. I love that book so much. I mean, it's a first draft, I'm pretty sure, so I can't really, like, it's not published, so I feel like I can't give you as much stuff, but, like, critical feedback, it's not like it was in 27 days, which was, like, basically a published book on Wattpad at that point. It was just perfect. This book, there was, like, it's kind of confusing, so, like, most of it was, like, pretty straightforward. A lot of the chapters were pretty short, so they were really easy to get through in, like, an hour. I just, like, really just, like, went through it. It was cute. A lot of the chapter, they kind of, like, there was just a lot of random scenes and just, like, random moments and screenshots and of time. But it all did lead up to them getting together, or them meeting first off, and then they were friends, and then they got together, and then it was like all of a sudden they kissed, but then all of a sudden they were dating for like 3 months, and then all of a sudden they were dating for 4 months, and then all of a sudden they were telling their parents, and then all of a sudden they were engaged, and just all of a sudden like this stuff was happening, and you're like, what even? And all of a sudden they're married with a child, and the book is over. It's kind of just like, there wasn't a lot of development after the whole relationship happened. It was just kind of little snapshots, and it was cute, and it was fun to read, and it was fluffy, but it was just, I mean, just different than how books are just written, so there was my thoughts in that. But it was still good. If you're looking for something quick to read, I definitely recommend it. It's fun. I loved the narrator. She had a really fun voice. That's the love interest, and he was funny, and he was cute. Just had a fun relationship together, so I just really enjoyed it. That's my thoughts on that. I still feel like I just kind of want to read Wattpad books. Like, I don't know if I want to pick up Take a Bow right now. I think I'm just not. But I kind of wanted to pick up, actually, this one isn't a quick read. I just did a quick read. But I was reading this book on Wattpad I think it was like a year or two ago, called Mondo Pastello. And I was doing a reading vlog of it, but I never uploaded this reading vlog because I had some issues with uploading and saving it, hence the issue. But this book on Wattpad, I was reading it, and, like, I stayed up reading it for a while, but, like, it was really good, but for some reason I never finished it, but I really loved it, so I'm gonna pick it back up, because it was good, and I want to continue on with it. Like a princess who has, like, a secret identity, and is a normal girl, and has, like, a boyfriend, and stuff like that, and just stuff goes down, and it was really good, so I'm gonna pick it back up again, so maybe that can, like, be up there within 27 days, you know, that's possible, because that book was actually really good. Things that I'm gonna do tonight, I'm just gonna lay in bed till I fall asleep reading Mondo Pastello. I will update you guys sometime again tomorrow, so good night. Hello, it's me. I have some chocolate milk. Yay. It is, I think this normally is, like, usually at night, these updates. It's 7:02 p.m. I haven't really read anything today besides I played some choices and a bit of Love Struck. I tried playing that again, but I'm just not in the mood. I haven't really read anything today. I read, I think, the first chapter of Mondo Pastello last night before I went to bed, and I don't know where I put Take a Bow. It's somewhere around here, but I think I'm going to continue reading that tonight. I also kind of want to, like, read for 24 hours straight. I want to be doing one of those things, but I think I'm too tired to do that right now. I've also been kind of debating if I want to make, like, one of those 2020 TBR videos that people are making, but I kind of just have, like, goals and stuff. Like, I kind of know, I guess I do know what I want to read. I want to complete series that I've started in the past that I haven't finished. So, for examples, one of them being the Percy Jackson series, which Percy Jackson's on my TBR for this month, so I want to finish that series. If I don't get to Heroes Olympus, whatever. I'd like to get to quite a lot of books in my closet. I also have books that I've just been owned for too long that I want to get to, which are all in my closet. So any books in my closet, would like to finish them, which I Take a Bow counts for. I also like to read all my Casey West books, so since I've already, like, I'm still uploading my January TBR video because I filmed it, but since I already read P.S. I Like You, I put Lucky in Love also my TBR for the month, which I'm also excited to pick up. This one I think was Books and Lala's favorite. This book is about a girl that wins the lottery, so I'm moving on to all my hardcovers, so I have, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Casey West books that I haven't read. So, getting lower and lower, which is good. My goal is to read all of Casey West's books in 2019 or 2020, and I'd also like to read all my Sarah Dessen books because I own quite a lot of them, and I've read 2. And I've been collecting Sarah Dessen books for a long time, and yeah. But Casey West is probably my favorite author because I just love everything she writes. There's my TBR. There's just a lot of things I want to read. and I kind of just want to read a bunch right now, and like I'm not really in the mood to play Choices or Love Struck, so why not read? I'm gonna try picking up Take a Bow again. I'd like to read the Rainbow Rowell short story thing that I bought, Almost Midnight. These are both about New Year's, so this would be probably fun to read. Closing out the year, I still have like 15 books to catch up on my reading goal, which was 30. Is that gonna happen? No. But I'm going into the new year wanting to read, so that's a positive. And I like, since I'm not really feeling choices right now, probably do that. I also kind of been wanting to play Sims 2, but I got a new computer, so I have to reinstall Sims on there. So I'm probably gonna spend my night reading Take a Bow and reinstalling Sims. So that's the plan for now. We'll see if I decide to stay up. I don't know if I will. I might find an audiobook. Do I have an audiobook of any of these books? I don't think I do. So that's fun. I have an audiobook for Listen to Your Heart, but that's like way off. 2 books away. So. And there, I just told you my 2020 TBR without having to make a video of it. So yeah, that's the update. I'm gonna go read Take a Bow, play some Sims 2. If that will install Sims 2 at least. And there, I just told you my 2020 TBR without having to make a video of it. That's the update. I'm gonna go read Take a Bow, play some Sims 2. If that will install Sims 2 at least. And if I get bored, I will play Choices. And yeah. I was replaying the Royal Romance and then I switched to the Freshman entirely. So that's fun. So anyways,
hello.
Goodbye. I'm reading at a really random spot. Really random. I have a lot of books just sitting here because these are just books I wanted to read in 2020 because I've had them too long and they're the books that I'm most excited about to read. Reading Take a Bow, and I'm confused who the book wants me to root M to be with because I share her with 2 people, one more than the other. I feel like the book wants you to root for M with Ethan, but I also really ship her with Carter. I feel like she would be better with Carter because Ethan seems to have issues and problems and a lot of stuff. So I kind of want her with Carter because Carter has his own set of issues, but they're not like as big of issues, you know? And like Ethan's getting over his issues, but you know, like they just seem so supportive of one another, and like Carter seems to really care about her, and it's cute. I love reading from Carter's point of view actually more than M's point of view at this moment. Like he's just adorable. Like I don't know why, I just love him. Like he's just great. I love him. Carter's my favorite character. Carter and Em are my favorite characters. I also like Ethan. I don't like Sophie. But I feel like that's like easy to come up with that way because she's a very unlikable main character. Also interesting that like they do it with like 4 points of view. But I'm just like, oh. Like I don't know if Carter and Em are just supposed to be like a friendship or if they're like actually supposed to be together, you know? And I just... Cause yeah, like I feel like this video, like for anyone who has read Take a Bow, like it's like they're like, what the heck? Like, why would you see them together? Or like, depending on the ship. Like, I feel like Ethan and Em make sense, but I also like, they have a lot of problems they have to work out. So, Carter's just cute. He wants to just be normal, and he just wants to like support his friends, and he wants to make friends with these people and get away from Sophie's toxicness. It's just great. It's just great. Enjoying it more than I was enjoying it yesterday, so I'm kind of glad I put it down yesterday and I'm picking it up again today. But yeah, I really feel like vlogging at this random spot. So yeah, I'm just gonna listen to music, reading this. They're like out on this little, Carter and Em are out on like some coffee date thingy. They went out somewhere. It's not a date 'cause Carter has a girlfriend, but I just want them together. And I don't think that's where the story's going. I'll be happy if she's with Ethan, but I'll be happier if she's with Carter, okay? And I don't want to look up spoilers, because I just don't want to get spoiled. And, like, it's 200 pages. Like, I can read it. It's good. I like it. It's very fun. It's not really something I've read before. I've maybe seen it in, like, TV or something before. Like, I guess it's similar to Victorious. Sophie's... Sophie sucks. Everyone but Sophie sucks. Or sorry, no, everyone but Sophie is great, but Sophie sucks. I hate Sophie. Which I think she's supposed to come out that way. I'm curious where the story's going. I don't know, like, if the 4 of them are gonna form a band because, like, I don't know. Is that what Carter likes? Would Carter like that? I don't know. But him and Em are having a deep conversation. You know? It's great. That's the little spiel, and I'm gonna continue reading this. So I'll update you guys in a bit. And it's currently 8:02. So bye. I've hit page 100. Yeah, I'm on page 100. Take a bow. Ethan, I read Ethan's point of view, and oh my goodness. Okay, now ship him with M. It took me a little bit, but seeing their relationship, kind of just seeing the blow up, just seeing a lot that they've gone through, kind of reminds me of Better Off Friends. So Elizabeth Berg, like, straight those best friend relationships, which I'm such a sucker for. I didn't even realize coming into this there would be a best friend relationship, and even though in the beginning I was kind of more lenient on Carter, I kind of ship her with Ethan now. I have a conflicted heart. I also really think this would make a good TV show, so if someone doesn't adapt it, I will. It's, like, it has, like, all these elements that, like, I see playing out so well on television, and I think a lot of the storylines, like, a lot of people would really like and enjoy, like, a lot of the ships and just all the things. There's so many things about this book that I think would, like, play out well on TV. It's just so good. I'm really loving this book. And it's such a fun read, and, like, there's so much drama going on, but it's so entertaining. I love this, and I want this to be a TV show. And, like, you just, like, love, like, most of the characters, except for Sophie. I haven't really read Sophie's point of view, so that could change in all of, like, one chapter. Ethan had some great lines. He's like, no more composing sonatas for 70 different orchestra members. I can stick to what I do best. 4-minute long songs that chronicle the epic disaster known as my love life. He got jealous about Carter. I mean, I would too. I mean, Carter's great. Ugh, it's so conflicting. They're both so great. Okay, so no offense. Generally speaking, when someone says starts a sentence with no offense, what follows is something that you will take offense to. And then the last quote at the end of the chapter, he's like, the voice in my head quiet significantly as I sit there with her. There's only one voice left. There's only one thing left to say to her. But I've used up all my courage. So as I hold her, I think in my head, M. Connolly, I love you. And I've been in love with you since the first day we met. Just, ah! They're cute. They're cute. They're real cute. I've been looking for my fluffy best friend relationship, which the next book I'm reading, which is probably Take Me There, also has a fluffy best friend relationship, which I didn't realize when I first got the book. I didn't realize it was a best friend relationship, and now that I know what it is, I'm like, I didn't expect to love this as much as I did. Like, I read Elizabeth Berg before. Like I said, I read Better Off Friends, and I loved that book. But I also really love this book. I think I still love Better Off Friends better. Wink, wink, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, pun. Wow, that was a terrible pun. This book is just really good, too. It's a lot of fun, and I think a lot of people would like it. I think people would like it more than Better Off Friends, but I personally just, Better Off Friends just has a really special place in my heart. This one isn't really talked about. I don't think I've actually heard people talk about it. The only reason I know about it is because I've read Elizabeth Berg before, but I highly recommend it to anyone who has not picked it up. It's really fun and cute and just, like, a good time. Like, the friend groups are really fun. All the characters besides Sophie is really fun, just shading on Sophie. There's a lot, I still have, like, 180 pages to go, so I'm going to get back to this. I feel like I can finish it tonight because I'm just, like, so addicted to it that I probably could, and I really like it, so, yeah. Anyways, I will see you guys in a little bit. Goodbye! So you know how I told you that maybe, by some chance, reading Sophie's point of view would change my opinions? No. In fact, it makes me hate her even more. When she says stuff like, Carter makes a face, it isn't very attractive. I'm about to fight this girl. Carter, if you can't tell, I love Carter. I love him, and I don't know why I love him, but I love him. You know, do you ever feel that way? You just love a character, but you don't know why you love that character. You just love that character. Something about his voice. I just love his voice. I can't hear his voice, but, like, the voice with his words, like, it's just, I don't know. This girl is just so, like, I know this is the point, like, she's very, like, I think all the characters have a really distinct voice, which is really good. They don't really mesh into each other, like, they all are kind of their own person. Especially Sophie. Sophie has such a distinct voice, I think, out of all the characters. I will say that about her. It's just so messed up, like, and everything is for her own personal gain. Just, she bugs me. She bugs me, and I know she's supposed to bug me, but, like, she treats everyone so terribly. But yeah. I also really like that everyone's kind of connected to M, and they're making more comments about Carter and M possibly being a thing, so maybe there is a love triangle. Maybe that's why I love them both. I don't know. I just don't want Carter with Sophie. That's all I have to talk about. So, bye for now. I need to, you know, get more into this book, but I'm just, like, talking about all my feelings. This is the most I've vlogged in one day. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Sure. Goodbye. But it is 10:51 at night, and I have been reading a lot of Take a Bow, but I think I'm just kind of gonna stop for the night. Like, even if I could read more, I've kind of just been like, I kind of want to go watch YouTube, and I don't want to push myself into, like, a slump again, so I'm just gonna take a bit of a break from it. But it's been really good. It's a fun time. I'm still not sure what I want to rate it. Like, it's just so Like, it's so good. I don't know if, do I want to give it 5 stars? Is it 5 stars? It's kind of just, like, the debate, like, where, like, I'm really enjoying it. There's nothing I have an issue with. But am I giving it 5 stars or not? Like, I think the last 100 pages will tell. I'm on page 171. I stopped at a good point because, like, it's M's point of view next, which I really look forward to her point of view. I think I look forward to everyone's point of view besides Sophie, so good thing I didn't stop on Sophie's point of view. I've realized Carter and her are a friendship, but they're a fun friendship, and I definitely do enjoy it. Even there's, like, small little hints that they like each other or something, but I was just like, eh. But I'm also really rooting for Ethan and Em to get together, so it's fine. Especially because I should root for the best friend relationship way more so than I'm rooting for this other relationship, you know? Especially because I love the best friend relationship too. They have a interesting relationship. It's kind of different because I think a lot of the books I read, typically it's like I don't know, it's just typical. I mean, not necessarily that I read, but like that I just see a lot in fiction and movies and TV shows. It's always the girl that has like all the problems and she's the one that needs fixing. But it's interesting that this book kind of flips it on its head, and it's like, no, the boy has problems and he likes this girl, and it's just like no one's perfect, and like not like everyone in this book has flaws in some capacity. Some of them are like more obvious than others, like Sophie, and then there's other characters who have like less obvious flaws, but they all have flaws and they're easy to see. I'm gonna try to finish this book tomorrow. I also want to read Until Midnight tomorrow because it's New Year's Eve, and I think this is the perfect time to read a book when you're staying up till midnight. It'd be great if I was staying up till midnight reading this book. But yeah, there's a reason, like, and it's pretty easy to get through because the text, it's small in one set place. Oh, there's cute pictures! Look at these pictures! Oh, so cute. They look cute. And then, like, the text is, like, huge, so, like, this shouldn't be a problem to get through. And it's cute. That's all I really have for you guys for now. I'm gonna go watch some YouTube on my phone, maybe read some Wattpad, and go to bed. But I will see you guys tomorrow morning. So, hopefully tomorrow morning. Let's see. Hopefully I film tomorrow morning because I haven't been doing that pretty well. I also really want to edit this vlog. I need to start importing that into my editor because I don't really know. I got a new computer, so I don't really know how that's going to work, so I'm just going to do it on my laptop and then save it on my home server. So, anyways, I'll see you later. Keeps going on for longer, like telling me it's recording it, whatever. Anyways, hi, it's me. I keep not filming in the morning, like I did kind of, but like this for another video that you guys don't know about probably yet. 8:39, on the last day of the decade. I finished Take a Bow by Elizabeth Berg, and man, I loved the last 100 pages so much. I wanted to up my rating so much. I wanted to make it 5 stars. So on Goodreads it looks like 5 stars, but it's a 4.5, which I wrote my review and stuff on there. I really enjoyed this book. It was such a fun time. I love the relationship. I know, like I was saying, like I really wanted her with Carter at the beginning, but towards the end of the book I was happy with her and Ethan together. Like, that made me happier, because, like, best friend relationship, like, come on. Elizabeth Berg wins me over with her best friend relationships. I love them. This book was pretty close to the same rating Better Off Friends was, if I'm comparing it back to that book, which I really loved, but I think I still love Better Off Friends more. But this book was still so much fun. I just had one problem with it, which was Sophie's point of view. I just don't really see the reason for it, because she wasn't really, like, she's an important character, but I don't think her point of view was necessary because we kind of understood her point of view and what she was thinking and stuff like that. Like, I feel like you'd understand that without reading from her point of view, and it leaves a mystery of like whether or not you can trust her, I think, throughout the story if we didn't have her perspective. I also she didn't really go through any character development. Like, things happened to her and they sucked, and she kind of just like went with them and then just moved on and was still the same person afterwards. Like, she never really changed or evolved. And then, like, towards the end of the book, you're just kind of focusing more on and Ethan. I also didn't mention this in my review, but like, Carter's my favorite character in this book, so I'm not really complaining that he got his own perspective, but I feel like most of the problems and stuff like that were focused on Em and Ethan, that the other characters kind of looked over. So for example, Carter, he was kind of just looked over in that sense, where he was just like, he had this problem and he was like, there's like a plot line happening with him at the beginning of the book. And then they kind of just brushed it off, and he was like, oh, well, I realized that I caused all my own problems, and then, like, he was just resolving them, you know? There was development with him, at least, that, like, was visible, where Sophie just did not develop at all. Carter was still my favorite characters. And I really loved Em and Ethan as well. They were cute together, had a sweet best friend relationship, turned romance, and I just adored it. I love best friends. to lovers, that trope. If anyone can recommend me books with that trope, I would be happy. Because most of the time, 9 times out of 10, those are like my favorite things ever. I am happy to have finished this book. That marks 16 books I have read this year. And I'm going for 17 tonight. I don't know how much time I'm going to have to read this, but the text is pretty huge. There's pictures. So I think I should hopefully be able to finish almost midnight tonight. Because this is the perfect time to read it. When it, like, New Year's, you're festive for New Year's. So this is the perfect opportunity to read this, and I wanted to finish Take a Bow first. So hopefully I can finish book number 17 before midnight tonight, and then I will have finished 17 books this year, which will be good. And then I can go into next year trying to read 60 books. That is all I really have to update you guys on for now, and I will see you guys later on.
Here, everyone. It's obviously been the new year for you. Probably when you're watching this, it's been quite a while. But for me, it is the new year. It is officially 2020. The end of the decade has come. I'm graduating. Oh, goodness gracious. Too many things are happening. But it's January 1st. It's 12:24. And I finished almost midnight. Not before midnight, but I finished it. I read the first story before midnight, which was called Midnights, which was my favorite of the bunch. I gave that one 5 stars. It's cute. It's about these friends. They meet at a New Year's party, and then like they become best friends throughout the year after that, and they're like so close. And then every year he kisses this guy, he kisses somebody else, and they get together in the last year, and it's cute. And like she found her person. It was adorable. I loved it. It was so cute. It's become my favorite short story of all time. It has replaced the one that made me cry. I have never, like, rooted for 2 characters to get together in a short story more. It was so cute, and I absolutely adored it. And then the second one was the Kindred Spirits one, which is about Star Wars release. It was fun reading the story. It was a lot about fan culture, and nerds, and stuff like that, and it was just a fun time, and I really enjoyed it, and I'd probably give that one 4 stars, which wasn't as good. I think it just didn't live up to Midnight's, because that one was just so good. So, there's my thought on that. Give this whole thing 4 to 5 stars. I have to write my thoughts. I did posted what already went to Goodreads. I'm already 1 book ahead of schedule, so this is I was trying to finish this before midnight, so I could have 17 books that I read in 2019, but hey, I'm already 1 book ahead of schedule, you know, like, already kicking it with the New Year's resolutions. I'm kicking it into high gear. I'm going to read 60 books this year. I'm going to write my review, and then I'm going to head to bed because I am tired and I want to sleep. I think I'm really loud for when I'm usually it's usually like this late at night. Usually I'm quieter, but whatever, it's fine. So, all good. Tomorrow, my friend is coming over and we're going to hang out for a bit, and then I also want to edit this reading vlog because I haven't done that yet. I just put most of the videos into my editor, but I just like to get that edited so I can upload it on Saturday, hopefully, for you guys to see. So that's the goal, and I need to also make my January TBR video, but a lot of it's not accurate, as you will see from this reading vlog, and then you'll understand why. As for books I'm reading next, so I'm trying to decide if I want to read Take Me There, which I'm kind of in the mood for a best friend romance, even though if I just read that, like, this is like a friends to lovers kind of thing, I believe. And if it's not, I'm gonna cry. And then, or reading The Lightning Thief. I'm not sure which one I want to read yet, because I keep moving this, because I keep picking contemporary books up. So I think I'm gonna read the first chapter of both, even though I've already read the first chapter of this one. And then go from there. We'll see if this one intrigues me enough to pick it up, because this one I just love, so I feel like it's easier to pick up. We'll go from there. I will see you guys tomorrow, which in like 5 seconds it will be tomorrow for you guys. So good night, goodbye. It's weird ending these like little like segments of the reading vlog, because you see me again in 5 seconds and I'm like, hello again, goodbye, hello, but it's like a big time jump for me, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways, good night.
So I got this new blanket for my friend, and the first thing when I put it down, my dog just decides this is his new sleeping spot. He's just decided. Isn't that right, Steve? Steve. Steve? Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Ooh.
So I filmed this whole reading vlog telling you what I did today and yada yada. I was probably spending too much time doing that, so probably good. But I didn't realize my memory card wasn't in it because I've been editing this vlog so far, so I can upload it and have it ready to go. I've also need to refill my January TBR, so maybe I should do that right now. I've read 2 of the books that were on my January TBR. So, to update you guys, I haven't really read a lot today because I was editing my reading vlog. I picked the book I was going to read next, though. I picked
The Lightning Thief by Riordan, which is the first book in the Percy Jackson series. I'm sure most of you know what this is about. It's my favorite middle grade series of all time. This is about a boy named Percy who finds out his dad is Poseidon. I picked this up. I'm on page 2, so I've read a lot today. This is probably my most progressive, and I've worked hard to get to this page count of 2. I'm doing really well today, guys. Like, page 2. To be fair, like, I read like almost midnight last night, and I read like quite a bit of pages for that. And then I also, well, I guess a few, and they're really tiny pages, to be fair. But I've read a lot this week. I finished 4 books this week, and 4 books? Has it been 4 books? Yeah, I finished P.S. I Like You, Take a Bow, the Jock one, Blackmailing the Jock or something like that, and Almost Midnight. So I've read 4 books this week. That's more than what I usually read in 1 week. What else do I have to tell you? Nothing. So we're going to end the vlog here. I'm going to go eat some food, play more Catan, hopefully read more of this book tonight, and finish editing this vlog as much as I can. And maybe refilm my TBR and stuff. I just don't know if I feel like doing that. See you guys later. Goodbye. Guys, it's Emily, and I probably look like crap, but it's fine. It is 10:29 at night, and it is Friday. I haven't done a lot of updates, but honestly, my reading vlog's already super long, and haven't really been reading a lot. I've been trying to read Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief by Riordan. It's just not happening. It's just not, and I don't know why. I'm trying to when we get to Camp Half-Blood. I'm almost at that part. I'm going to give it until then, and if I'm just not feeling it right now, I'm going to put it down and pick it back up in February, because I don't want to force myself to read something, especially something that I love, and like just not be in the mood for it. I don't really know what I'm in the mood for. I'm still contemporary. I don't really know. And so if I just don't feel like this, I'm just going to read it in February, and I'm going to pick something else up to read. That's just how I'm feeling, because I do love this book, and I know I'm still going to love this book. It's just, I don't know what's up with my brain. I don't know, maybe because I read like quite a few books this week. I'm kind of just dead inside. Like, this isn't really just like, I feel like I think it's just reading in general, like not even just specifically books. Started happening with Love Struck. I didn't really want to play anything. Today I found something I actually wanted to play, so I was like, hallelujah. Like, I've only been playing Cal's Route. Like, I played Cal's Route, which I've talked about. And then I started another route today. I have Choices, which I am playing the Freshman still for. I kind of was playing the Royal Romance for, but I don't really feel like playing that. I've just been in a slumpish mood, and it's been kind of hard because it's not even like, it's not like one specific thing. Like, with books when I'm in a reading slump, like usually I would still have like Choices to fall back on or Love Struck to fall back on, but it's when I'm like not in the mood to do either of those things, it's like, okay. I might pick up more of this tonight. I'm editing a book haul right now, and then I'm going to edit this video into the vlog, and then tomorrow I'm doing my wrap up of the week, and then I'm uploading this vlog, so you're getting a lot of content from me. I've also been making a list on my phone of videos I want to create, and I'm going to the library tomorrow, so that should be fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow with my wrap up on what I read this week, and yeah, good night. Hey guys, it's Emily, and it is the end of the week. It is Saturday, which means it's time to wrap up this vlog and talk about what I read this week. The first book that I completed was P.S. I Like You by Casey West. I've had this on my TBR for a long time. I've been wanting to read it since 2016, so I'm happy I finally did read it. The story follows our main character, Lily, who is bored in chemistry one day, so she writes some song lyrics on her desk, only to come back the next day to see that someone has filled in the next lyrics to that song, and then they become pen pals, form this relationship, and become something more. I really enjoyed the story, I think more than I expected to, because it is hate to love. I'm not usually a big fan of that, but I did really enjoy this story. I gave like my whole spiel on how I thought of it after I finished reading it, but this wasn't talked about much in the vlog as some of the other books were. But I did really enjoy this book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was fun, it was cute, it was fluffy, it was all the things that I look for in a Casey West contemporary, and I really enjoyed it. The next book I completed was Take a Bow by Elizabeth Berg. This book follows the story of 4 main characters. We have Carter, who is a child actor, and he is now going to this creative arts school with another girl, Sophie, they all go to the creative arts school. We have Sophie, who is the singer, and she's kind of a toxic person, and she just really wants to be famous, and she uses other people. Then we have M, who is a songwriter, and she is Sophie's best friend and writes songs for Sophie, and she's also in a band with Ethan, who is this emo kid who also goes to the school like everyone else does, which I've mentioned like 5 times now. He has a crush on M, and they're in a band together, and yeah, this story was just such a good time. This story was just such a fun time. I really enjoyed it. I have read one of Elizabeth Eulberg's books before, Better Off Friends, which is one of my favorite books of all time. I wasn't sure what to expect from this one. I didn't think I would like it as much as it did Better Off Friends, but it was quite close. I was surprised. I did really enjoy it, and I loved all of the characters besides Sophie. The characters were just like a fun time. The story was a fun time, and I would highly recommend it to anyone. Then we have Almost Midnight by Rainbow Rowell. This was the 3rd book that I completed. That's a lie. I missed a book in there. It's fine. This is the 4th book I completed this week, actually, but blah. This book has 2 short stories in it, both by Rainbow Rowell. One of them called Midnights, which is in the My True Love Gave to Me thing. And that story follows these 2 characters who meet at a New Year's party, and throughout the years they have become friends and then something more. And the second story is about this girl, and she is going to the Star Wars premiere for the new movie that is coming out, but she expects more people to be there, and it's only her and 2 other guys, and it's not as popular as she expected it to be. I gave this book 4 stars, really enjoyed it. I was trying to complete it before 2019 ended, but that didn't happen, but close enough. Then I also read The Jock's Blackmail by Awkward Tumbleweed, if I am correct. This book follows the story of our main character, and I don't remember her name, but she gets a text one night from this popular guy from her school, and it's basically a nude picture of him, and she is like, wrong number, and he didn't mean to send it to her, but through this whole awkward encounter, they end up becoming friends and something more. This book I gave 3 stars, and I really enjoyed it. I think it was cute and fluffy, but I had issues with it being like snapshots in time somewhere. Like there were parts where we would see random stuff in the future, like all of a sudden they had met and they were friends, all of a sudden they were dating for 3 months, all of a sudden they were engaged, all of a sudden they're having a baby, and it was just like jumping all over the place towards the end a lot more, which I didn't really like because it was kind of left me lost and in the dark. But other than that, really enjoyed the story, and I would recommend it. It's really quick to read. If you're looking for something quick and fluffy and cute, I would recommend it. The last book I read but did not complete is The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. This book is about a boy named Percy, and his father is Poseidon. This is a reread for me. This has been my favorite book in the series, but I've only read 2 of the books. So compared to The Sea of Monsters, this is my favorite book in the series. I'm on page 94. I actually have decided to continue with this. I know I was kind of mysterious last night where I was like, I don't know if I'm going to continue. I did get to Camp Half-Blood, and once you get to Camp Half-Blood, things are just more entertaining. So I have found the interest to continue on with this book. It is taking me a bit longer than I expected it to. I thought it'd be quicker than the rest of these books, but it's not. But otherwise, I am enjoying it quite a lot, and I'm going to continue on with it into the next week. So these are all the books that I have read this week. This is one of my best reading weeks I think I've ever had in my life. I don't usually read that many books in a week, but I've also had time off, so I've been at home, and there hasn't been a lot to do besides, read. I don't think I'm gonna have this crazy big amount of reading week next week because I'm back at school, which means like all this stuff's starting again, so I'm gonna be busy after school. I'm gonna be busy with all the things, so I won't have as much time on my hands, but hopefully I can continue reading a lot. That would be great. And yeah, I will see you guys in another video coming to you soon. Goodbye!